Coming up next is something special, a behind-the-scenes look at the making of an original project. Join us for creativity and creation, a Q&A with the cast and crew of Life Happens. A panel where the team will share what it's really like to bring a story to life. From script writing and direction to acting, design, and production, this Q&A is your chance to hear firsthand how each piece fits together and ask your own questions about the process.
All right, hello to MoriCon. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful convention day so far, and I'm going to be bringing you Life Happens and its cast and crew. So, you may be wondering, what is Life Happens? So what is Life Happens about? Well, it's a comedy audio drama series inspired by slice of life anime with a Western twist, and it's going to be under Razor Sharp Productions. It's going to be set in the fictional Primrose High, and going to be following these four high schoolers: Sydney Sellers, a very preppy, very cheerful girl; Austin Pierce, a very blunt character; Ryan Feller, a very smartsy character; and Alyssa Moore, a super headstrong character. And first off, let's start off with the introductions of the cast. Felker. And starting it off with Scott.
Yep. So, hello,
right.
my name is Scott Felker. I am the lead showrunner and lead director of Life Happens. I'm the creator of it, and I also have written a number of the scripts.
All right, awesome. And up next, we have Justin.
Hello, I'm Justin Savi. I co-direct, I also write, and I'm the voice of Austin Pierce.
That's amazing. And next up, we have Alex.
Hi, my name is Alex Baughurst. I am the project manager of Life Happens. I am also an executive producer and a writer, and I also wrote a lot of the songs as well.
A lot of hats you got going on there. And next up we have Deo.
Hello, I'm Deo Trinidad. I am a producer, writer, and I'm the voice of Ryan Feller.
Amazing. And next we have Ciara Payne.
Hi, my name is Ciara Payne. I'm a full-time voice actress from Ireland, and I'm voicing Sydney Sellers in the show.
So all across the world, it seems like. Glad to have you here. And next we have Amber.
Hello. I am a full-time voice actor from Massachusetts, and I voice Alyssa Moore.
Thank you so much. And finally, we have our own narrator right here, Elise.
Hi, I'm Elise Chien. I do quality assurance for the project, and I'm also the narrator.
Thank you so much, Elise. And that is our cast. Now, you may be wondering, with the series, there's going to be a lot of lots of different inspirations for it. So I was wondering, what inspired the series?
So, what inspired Life Happens was a number of things. On the Western side of things, you have cartoons like SpongeBob. On the anime side of things, you have slice of life anime like Toradora. I believe there was another inspiration from an anime that Justin knows pretty well. Justin, would you like to expand on that?
Yeah, Kaguya-sama Love is War. That was a big inspiration for its comedy.
Especially
really
with the narrator. The narrator was that anime was a major inspiration for how the narrator turned out. A combination of like comedic reactions and straightforward narration.
For sure.
I think as well, an anime that kind of influenced the series a lot was Come We Can't Communicate. We took a lot of the sort of cozy vibes from that and incorporated that into Life Happens as well.
I feel like the visual direction is very similar too.
Yeah, we took a lot of inspiration from that.
And before we actually move on, like, would you say inspiration also was influenced by what y'all meeting each other? Like, say, Justin and Scott. Like, how did you guys meet?
We met in high school, and it's a very funny story because I had the flu, so I wasn't at school, and a friend of mine decided to go up to Scott, and when I came back, he introduced us, and we got really close ever since.
Yeah. And we became friends pretty over time, but in a creative sense, we started collaborating on a number of stories, which eventually led to us collaborating on Life Happens, and
That's
making
awesome.
it what it is now today.
It's like a butterfly effect.
In a
Now
way, yeah.
we know. Oops, excuse me. Now we know that there are a lot of parts of making about a series, and sometimes there's some parts that resonate with us more. So I do have another question. What were the most exciting parts about producing the series with Alex?
I think one of the most exciting parts about producing the series was just meeting so many incredible people. We've got people from all over the world. We've got people from the US. We've got people from Australia. We've got people from the UK and people from Ireland. Like me, I'm from the UK, and I think just meeting so many incredibly talented, amazingly creative people, and having them help out with something that we've worked on, it's just something so special.
That's fantastic. Like, actually, like I know Deo, you're also part of the producing with this. And what would you say was the most exciting parts for you?
I think the most exciting part for me was definitely the combination of really putting the project together. We've been working on this project for a little bit more over than 3 years now, and from starting from a script, and now we have a full kind of production with cast of more than 70 people. I think finally bringing it to life was really one of the most exciting parts, and what Alex said, meeting new people and all that.
That's awesome. Like, how about you, Scott?
It was also exciting to meet new people and all the people that made this project what it is. For me, a really exciting part of this, it came from seeing the voice actors do their things. We often hold live sessions for these episodes and recording, and seeing Justin do his thing, seeing Ciara doing her thing for Sydney, seeing everyone and hearing everyone bringing life into these characters. It was wonderful to see and hear.
That's awesome. Like how do you think of that, Justin?
I agree, especially when some of the actors, they do improv, which is something that I don't really think about when writing the series, and I really love the extra character that they add, because it works, and it's also very funny. And that's
Love
so
that.
cool to see come to life.
For sure, there's just so many people coming together. And while there's some very exciting parts about producing a series like this, I know that there were probably some obstacles you guys may have faced. So it does lead me to the question, like, what were the biggest challenges in production and how were they overcome? Like, coming from Deo.
I think kind of going with what Alex said is, we have people from all over the world, from people from the UK and even people here in the US. And I think one biggest problem was time management. Scheduling was definitely one of the biggest things. And also, since we do a lot of improving, honestly, rewriting the script, because there's our talent for our cast is extreme. We've had to make characters really because of the talent of people, and from there, it kind of blossomed to something, but also at the same time, really to put it all together was one big challenge. But I'm glad we're here today, where we are.
Sounds great. Like, would you say you agree with that, Justin, or is there something like other nuances?
Yeah. Coming from around the world, it's really hard to get everyone's time zones to line up. But another challenge, at least for me, was when writing, trying to come up with good conversations, funny interactions, making the drama moment actually be felt. That was also kind of a challenge. And what helped was bringing it to Alex to have him look it over. Like maybe he thought of something that I overlooked or something that he didn't like, and we collaborated to fix it. Same with Scott. Something that maybe me and Alex's was struggling with. He would intervene and not intervene, but he would come in and help. Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome. And now that we have our questions from the production crew, I do want to show a focus on the voice actors. And let's start off with Kira. What drew you into voicing for the series?
I mean, what drew me in was that I saw an audition for it, and I auditioned for it.
Fair enough.
Like that was almost like 2 years ago now, and I'm still here, and it's been great to I guess kind of grow with the show and see how far it's come since that little audition I did. That I didn't think it would turn into something like this, so it's been very nice to kind of watch progress, and yeah, I'm glad I stuck around.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Seriously.
Thank you.
Like, how about you, Amber? What drew you into voicing for this series?
Honestly, when I was looking around looking for auditions, my main focus was to find something that was original. I really wanted to break away from more fan animations and be able to put something forward towards my resume a bit more. And when I found Life Happens, I actually really liked the characters. Sydney is actually what got me to audition for the project as a whole. And I just fell in love with it.
Like, oh, that's awesome. Like, sorry, just wanted to add on. So it seems like connections are a big part of drawing into like different projects. Sounds awesome. And how about you, Justin, with Austin?
For me, I was already like writing, and I was also co-directing, so I wasn't sure if I should voice the character initially. It wasn't until when it came to auditions for the character, Scott wasn't really feeling it. Either they didn't like the energy, or the voice just didn't match. So he came to me and was like, can I just hear your audition and see what you would do? So I gave my audition. He liked it. So now I'm the voice.
That's awesome, seriously. And how about you, Deo?
What's funny about what he said is I was one of those boring voice actors that actually auditioned for his role.
I didn't say all that.
Originally, I actually wasn't voicing Ryan Felker. I was actually going to be voicing Austin Pierce. And when I was looking through auditions, I thought Austin would fit me the most. And as as they recommended me for another, cast member or cast, it was going to be Ryan. I slowly fell in love with this character, and what really drew me into it is the amazing talent we have. We have people that have been in the industry for more than 10 years, and we have people, especially now with exceptional talent, first timers that honestly sound like they've been doing this professionally for 5 years.
Yeah, no, there's like a lot of people coming together. And Scott, like I know that you're the main person who's like kind of like has the vision for the voices. Like is there any particular character that you were like, wow, this stands out to me when the person auditioned for it?
That character would be Sydney. There was, out of all the characters, there was a very specific voice I had in mind for Sydney. And what's funny is Ciara wasn't our original Sydney. That was another voice actor. And in both cases, they both had this high-pitched, high-energy voice that really worked well for the character. And Ciara, that obviously made Ciara a standout when she auditioned for the character. And seeing her bring her nuances and energy to the character made Sydney into someone that I think will really stand out in the series.
That's awesome. And for our next question, let's know more about these characters. So, can you tell us more about your character and how you prepared for the role? Going on from Deo.
So Ryan at his base is a very, very fun nerd and geek. He loves roller coasters. He loves D&D, and he loves his books. And, he's a student of the page. And, how I really kind of prepared for Ryan was honestly becoming a little a hermit, honestly. So when I started delving more into D&D as well, I started researching more about roller coasters and really see how exciting it is. I am not a fan of heights, but I prepared also by honestly kind of looking the part as well. Kind of keeping to myself, but also at the same time, open to my friends. And I think by doing that, it really, really helped me kind of evolve Ryan as a character and honestly become him at some points.
That's like so it's very immersive.
No, definitely.
And it's a really unique experience. And how about you, Amber, with Alyssa's character?
So, when I learned more about Alyssa's character, I was able to connect to her a bit more. She's an older sister, and I am an older sister to very many siblings. So I understand like the sort of pressure that she puts herself under. So I was able to more so emotionally connect in a way. So I kind of bring out my middle child, and then also the the just like caring side. So the middle child's for like the stress, and then
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
That's gonna be such a unique experience. I'm coming from as an only child, so
It's definitely something.
oh my gosh, I love that so much. Very personal. And how about you, Kira?
Yeah, I mean, sort of like what's his name, Ryan. Sydney's also a bit of a nerd in a different way. She's very into cosplay. She's into fandoms. She's into like manga and writing. I think writing fanfic too, possibly. And so I mean, I'm actually kind of the opposite. I'm not really into that sort of stuff. So it's been kind of like, I mean, as an actor, I've been full-time for 4 years, like kind of delving into stepping into a box that doesn't really suit me has been quite interesting. But I have a lot of friends who are very much into like the kind of, is it called nerd culture? Where it's like kind of sorry, it's like 10 p.m.
No worries.
Where it's like getting very excited over new games coming out, new clothes, new TV shows. Sydney's very much that kind of quirky fangirl, and so I've been talking to my fangirl friends that kind of relate to her a lot. So I've been kind of stepping into her shoes in that sort of way. So it's been nice to relate to other people.
That's so sweet. It's like getting another slice of life into your own life. That's so cool. And bouncing on to Justin. What about with Austin?
He's a very loud, blunt, straightforward, but he's also like self-confident. Like he's very self-confident. And something that helped me prepare for this role was first water, because he's very loud. I have to prepare my throat to actually do his lines. But also, my job also helped because I work with a lot of people, and since I'm actually just like Kira, I'm also like very opposite of Austin, as in I'm very shy, I'm very introverted, so my job forced me to interact with people. That definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, like I feel like you probably have a line for every situation, every person.
Yeah.
Like an experience. And actually, I do have a question for Alex. Since I know you're a writer for this show and the series, like, is there a particular character that you've written or helped written, and that helped to kind of make them come to fruition with their character? Like some inspirations with it?
I think that there were quite a few characters that I sort of helped sort of springboard a bit. I helped a lot with Elise's character, the narrator, the sort of like inspiration from Lovers War. I immediately thought of that when we said we needed a narrator, and I sent it over a message to Scott and Justin, just like, Love is War narrator, look at it, and I was just like, yes. I think as well, I also had a pretty big hand in developing Alyssa, because when we first started the series, Scott mentioned earlier that we had a different voice actor for Sydney. We also had a different voice actor for Alyssa as well. And when we got Amber to be Alyssa, we wanted to take her character in a little bit of a different direction, right?
Sure.
And so sort of like the beforehand, she was kind of like just kind of there. She didn't have much personality or like she didn't have much to go off. But now she's headstrong, she's smart, and she's the mom of the group. She's the heart of the group.
Wow, that's actually really like very detailed descriptions of the character, and actually bounces off into the next question really well. And so, what kind of people do you think will like your character the most?
The kind of character that I think that people will gravitate towards the most, in my opinion, would probably be, I'll go with two actually. There will be Sydney for the entertaining character and Alyssa for the more dynamic character, the character that grows over the course of the series. All of them do grow over the course of the series, but I think those two particular characters will stand out to a number of people. Ryan and Austin also have their standout moments and arcs. I can't wait for everyone to see them.
Like, what do you think of that, Amber, with your character Alyssa?
For Alyssa, honestly, I feel like the people who will like her the most, especially like with her growth and being able to grow, are people who view that they must do everything perfect every time. People who put too much pressure on themselves, because it's exactly what Alyssa does, and she learns and grows throughout the series, and hopefully it'll be able to help them learn and grow that not everything has to be on their shoulders.
I think that's a great description with the character, and just like what kind of growth they have prepared for them in life.
Mm-hmm.
And how about you, Deo, with Ryan?
All right, I may be a little biased, but I think everyone's gonna love Ryan. Okay, but one specific thing about Ryan is he really likes what he really likes, but he dislikes what he really dislikes. He's kind of picky in that sense, and it's odd because he is more of an introvert, but he's really surrounded by his friends and support group. So to me, I think seeing Ryan kind of interact with people that are, not his friends, kind of like breaking out of that show, I think it kind of reminds me of, when you first enter high school. So especially for everyone that's really getting into something new, a new job, honestly, a new school, new year, I think it's definitely going to be appeasing to everyone, and I think everyone's going to love Ryan.
Awesome, seriously. There's always some interest that everybody has, or something that they're just like, with.
Yeah.
So how relatable he would be. And how about you with Ciara, with Sydney?
Sydney is just here for a good time, and so am I. But no, I think Sydney is she's definitely probably one of the more comic relief characters. But I think even despite that, she never loses her quirkiness, but she also does kind of like grow as a character throughout the series. Like she never loses that thing that makes her unique, but I think towards the end of the series, she definitely, what is the word? She kind of learns to come into herself and embrace like what makes her her. Like she's always been unapologetically herself, but I think definitely by the end she learns to kind of embrace it and not try to hide it or fit in with anyone. And I think people who maybe feel a similar way, that they have to hide their interests to fit in, I think they'll enjoy Sydney. But I think everyone will, because she's a laugh.
It's really sweet, especially like kind of like her qualities as a character gets enhanced like over time.
Yeah,
like,
enhanced is a good word. Yeah, I'd say that.
That's so cool. And finally, what about Austin for you, Justin?
I definitely think he has his positive and negative traits, because he's he's very because of how like blunt he is, he can come off as kind of mean. He's good-willed, but obviously when someone just tells you what's wrong, you're not gonna interpret it that way immediately. So and we all need that friend that's just saying like you're about to do something that's gonna ruin your life. You need to go out there, talk to her, you know? We need a friend to give us that push or to pull us back.
So he's
And-
like a very like straightforward kind
Yeah.
of person.
And me personally, I really like his relationship with obviously all the characters, but I love the rivalry that he has with Sydney. I think that really draws out both of their traits together.
Can't wait to see that, especially regarding how like it's interesting how two very energetic personalities would meet together, or like contrasting characters. And this leads me to the final question about the voice actors, actually. But what's the weirdest thing about the character that they will never budge from? Like the smallest hill that they will never ever leave? Starting off with Deo.
All right, so for Ryan, like I said, he likes what he likes, he dislikes what he dislikes. What he really, really dislikes is cardio, anything related to sports. So he's allergic to athletic shorts. The only cardio he's going to do is running to the library, but even then, he's going to get gassed. And, from there, he also just doesn't generally like speaking outside of his bubble. Maybe he'll try once in a blue moon, but you'll never really see him kind of going out there. And I think that's a hill that he'll almost die on.
Honestly, that's so relatable for me.
That's what I'm saying.
I totally get you, Brian. And how about Alyssa from Amber?
Alyssa, she grows a lot, but the hill that she will, for now, always die on is that she must be in charge of so many things all the time. And Girlie needs to learn to take a step back and to breathe, because if something needs to be planned, she's just going to grab it before anyone else can do it. And no one else is going to be able to do anything. She's just going to have the plan set up for everyone to do exactly what she says. And it's insane sometimes.
She sounds like the kind of student that goes into a group project, and if the other group members aren't going to do anything, she's going to be like, you know what, I'll do it by myself.
Exactly. She has it done already. She's got the group project, and it's done by midnight.
Gosh, I felt that so hard, especially being in uni.
As someone who waits for the last second to do a project, I cannot relate to that part.
That's so funny. Quite opposites with the character.
Oh yeah.
And how about you, Sydney, Ciara?
Sydney dies on a lot of hills, but I think one particular one that she would die on, and she does this multiple times, when she cosplays, she quite literally becomes the character to the point where her voice changes. So I've had a lot of fun over the course of the series when she decides to become certain characters. She quite literally becomes them to the point that it's hard to. Sometimes when Sydney's talking, it doesn't quite sound like Sydney. It's still me, but it's still Sydney. But she will quite literally not be Sydney anymore when she's in character. To the point that she will not actually acknowledge that she's friends with the people she's friends with.
And sorry, I was just to mention, as a full-time voice actor, that must be really cool to just kind of have voice different characters within that character.
Oh yeah, no, it's so good. When I read I think the first script I did where she becomes someone else, it was so funny. I think I had such fun recording that one. Scott probably knows the one I'm referring to because I bring it up all the time.
Yep, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
And, how about you, Justin, with Austin? What is something that he will never budge from?
Something that he will never budge from is he does not like kids. He do not like their company at all. He will always want to avoid them at all costs. And another thing is he eats a lot, even when on the job. He eats a lot, even when his boss just tells him, "Don't do that." But so it's amazing how he can stay so thin with all that he eats.
Like, I was gonna just say, those seem like two opposing hills, because like with all the food he has, like some kid will probably come walking up and be like, "Can I have one, please? One chip?" Or something like that. And
He paid extra for that.
and for the next question, this is for Scott actually. What themes or messages does this series explore?
There's a lot of themes within multiple episodes that this series explores. One that commonly pops up, no matter the episode, is the theme of friendship. As you know, the series is about 4 friends in their adventures in high school, and a lot of the episodes center around their friendship, their dynamic, the conflicts that arise from them. In particular, there's an episode involving Sydney where she goes down a path quite opposite of the one she normally goes down, and it affects her relationship with her friends. And her friends pretty much have to pull her out of that before it's too late, before she commits to that path.
And honestly, that makes sense, because I actually want to transition to the next question, which is, what do you hope for your audience to take away from this series? Alex, with the production being.
I think something that I really want the audience to sort of take away is sort of like this sense of nostalgia for high school, right? Obviously, high school years aren't perfect. No one's high school years are perfect. But you have the people that make it special. You have your friends, you have your family, you know, and even when things suck, life happens. You move on, and you kind of you move on, and you like pick up the pieces, and everything turns out okay in the end.
Totally. Like, what do you think about that, Justin?
Yeah, really. And also, like, your friends do really mean well. Like, with, again, like, Austin and Ryan, they're very close. Sydney and Alyssa, they're very close. But there's also, like, parts of the group, like Austin and Sydney, that are constantly, like, at each other's throats. But the next day, they're chill. You know, like, they're still friends by the end of the day. By the end of the week, they're still friends. Even if they argue, they disagree a lot. And that's important, you know?
For sure. Like, it sounds like interactions between the characters are a major part of this series. Would you say that's along this line of thought, Deo?
Yeah, since like a lot of the focus on the story really is the interactions, I get the feeling, and also, you know, it has happened that, you know, it's natural that we all formed relationships. You know, I've known these people now for like years now, and I think from there I've made some wonderful friendships. You know, for example, I think a lot of Austin and Ryan's back and forths within the series is honestly genuine back and forth between me and Justin. You know, I've known him now for more than roughly 3 years, and just like in the series, I am screaming at him, and he's screaming at me, and I think it brings such a life to the series, and also such a dynamic that you really can't find anywhere else, you know. And I'm so happy to kind of finally show it to you. And I think one thing you should take away is really the passion and the joy that really into this project.
For sure. And it sounds like it's not just taking inspiration from past like interactions from your life and stuff, but it sounds like even throughout the project that you've had interactions with other people within this project that keeps inspiring the writing. Would you say that's would you say that's true for you, Scott?
Yes, that would most certainly be true. I've seen a lot of influence just from Deo and Justin's interactions, like Deo said. I've seen influence from discussions Justin and I have had. Even discussions we've had with Alex made its way into some of the scripts. Obviously, as well as anime influences and even Western animation influences, all of those combine to form really engaging, funny, and also meaningful character interactions.
That's fantastic. Like, really looking forward to the series. And that's actually going to be concluding our questionnaire for the cast. But we would like to share a preview from Life Happen.
Oh my gosh, we're here! It's time!
Yeah. I can hardly contain myself.
This one's the best. 7 inversions, a 91-degree drop, and a top speed of 80 miles an hour.
Please stop talking.
I've gone on this 20 times, and each ride was better than the last. The way it whips you around those sharp turns, the thrill of being lifted out of your seat on those insane airtime hills, and...
Okay, we get it! Look at you two. You could collapse at any moment. Do you want to end up in ambulances? Because that's a pretty big bill.
If it makes Sydney realize she's wasting her time to expose me for fear I don't have, then yes, it'll be worth it.
Stop laughing! This is serious! You're jeopardizing your health. That's never worth winning a bet over. Please, just put this silly rager to rest, please?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'll be fine. I made it this far, didn't I?
Barely.
Like you've been doing any better. That's it! I'm done. Clearly, I'm just wasting my breath. If you guys want to end up in the hospital, be my guest.
Come on, guys! The line's moving pretty quickly.
You guys could go on without me. I at least know my limits.
Last chance to back out.
Not gonna happen.
And that's going to be our preview from one of the episodes of the part. Excuse me. So, thanks for watching and listening to Life Happens. And since we have some time left, is there any questions that anybody has for the preview or just the project in general? Yeah. Here, try this. Sorry. Oh, which one? When does it come out?
Life Happens comes out on September 19th, so that is next Friday. It comes out at, I believe, 5 p.m. CST.
Yep.
And you guys can actually come up here for the posters that we have, our handout, to commemorate with Life Happens.
Yeah.
And are there any other questions? I actually have one myself, because I noticed that there were sound effects going on in the background, and also music. Is it original music, or is it something that you guys kind of put together from other sources?
I believe Alex would be best suited for that, as he helped majorly with the soundtrack. Alex?
So, the sound effects and music were done mostly by two incredibly talented people. The sound effects were done by our sound designer, J-Rox, who works tirelessly to make sure that these episodes have the sort of sonic qualities that we want. And the soundtrack was composed by my very, very good friend, Karis Bromman, as well as myself. We both collaborated on that together.
Sounds awesome. Because one thing I do know is that you guys also have an official site, and it's going to have all the episodes and all the like the audio from the series. Yes.
Yeah. We have a custom audio player that you can use to listen to the series in spatial audio, so Dolby Atmos, surround sound. If you listen with compatible headphones, you can listen to the series in surround sound pretty much.
And I have a question. Do we have a theme song?
Well,
Yes, we do.
I think you would probably be the best person to talk about that, Elise.
Today, just like a couple hours ago, we released our opening and our ending song on our YouTube channel. And y'all can go take a look at that. The first one, entirely English, and the ending, there's some Japanese in it. And it was really fun to collaborate with the opening singer, and she's such an amazing singer. And I hope y'all can go check it out.
And Elise sings the ending theme as well.
Mm-hmm.
She's an absolute fantastic singer.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys check it out. And if you want more information, please scan the QR code on the screen. And thank you so much for coming to the panel. This is Life Happens.